and welcome to an album a day, day number 205, going through my vinyl collection, an album or so a day. Really wanted to record this earlier, but the power's been out all day, and with the storms outside, we haven't really had a lot of light, so you wouldn't have been able to see the album or any potential artwork or anything. And yeah, this one is a very special one to me, actually a more recent purchase because I found a really good deal on it. This goes back to 1960 to one of my all-time favorite artists. I'm talking, of course, about Ludwig van Beethoven. And this one has a couple of different pieces because it's not like he had albums. You know, the classical artists wrote pieces. They didn't have releases. They had showcases. They had pieces that premiered, but they didn't have albums, anything like that. So they didn't have specific collections of songs. So it's really a little bit different when you get into the classical realm. But this one has, of course, the Concerto for violin and orchestra. Then it has the two romances for violin, Violin Romance number 1 and 2. Violin Romance number 2, one of my all-time favorite pieces of music ever. Kevin Brown, you should check that out. I still have to check out that piano concerto that you mentioned in the Ultimate Catalog Clash this week. But I reviewed this in episode 393 of the Haskincast podcast. Was all on Violin Romance number 2, where I went through and just dissected the entire piece. This is on the Vox label. I think this might be the only one that I have. No, I have one more on Vox that we will get to because I don't think I've done that one yet. But this album came out in 1960, and I don't have a firm issue date for this copy, but I would imagine that these records were probably issued once. So I would imagine it's a 1960, but I can't say that for sure because I can't identify it with, definite fact. So the back has a little bit of history here. And this is Susan Lautenbacher on violin. And the conductors are Hubert Reichert and Kurt Kremer are conductors on this. But we had a little bit of history on it, which is nice. I have to say, the performances on this are amazing. I mean, they're absolutely flawless. Of course, you're going in to record something with the specific design of release. It's going to be at the top, otherwise they'll just re-record it. Just a straight white sleeve, nothing special there. Boy, they really like their logo. That's like a lot of real estate on the front of an album cover. Just in plain sight right there. Very bizarre artwork. Have no idea what this is all about. I would imagine that they probably just took some piece of artwork, maybe from the era of Beethoven, and just stuck it on there. I doubt they paid somebody to design something for this. They just probably went to somebody and licensed a piece of artwork or something like that. Just thinking about, these are not band albums that are going to be toured, where the studio is trying to recoup the record company is trying to recoup their studio costs by the tour. So this is really keeping low cost for the recording to try and make a profit on the record. So I would imagine they're not going to invest a whole lot into it. But the record's in really good shape. The performances are great. It's definitely, especially just for Violin Romance number 2 alone, a piece that I highly recommend. But the other two pieces are very enjoyable as well. So check it out, guys. Some Beethoven. Can't go wrong with Beethoven. Do have a couple more that I'll be covering of his before we're done here. This, so far, I think this puts us into like the last week of August when I'll be through all the albums, but who knows? I could get more. You never really know. But as of what I've got right now, well, that's really curly. As of what I've got right now, that'll be like August 23rd or so, and then I'll start on the 45s. And who knows, maybe I'll go to CDs. I don't have a lot because I've converted most of my library to digital because I don't listen to CDs. I don't drive. When I do, I have the iPod, which I know probably sounds very vintage, but why buy new technology if you don't need to buy new technology? So anyway, there it is, guys. Beethoven. I hope that you have a great Saturday. If you are interested in the movie Jaws, Mark and I hit part 3 today. of our deep dive into the movie Jaws for the 50th anniversary. Cannot believe that we talked for 8 hours about Jaws. And I'm not talking about a lot of filler. I'm talking like really getting into every little nuance of the movie. Absolutely amazing. Had such a great time doing it. Huge thanks to Mark for that. Part 4, the final part, comes out tomorrow. In the meantime, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.